Did we forget something? That's the question Eileen and I have asked ourselves lately. Alam nyo, we're only 1 year away from retirement. And after spending years of saving, investing, paying off debts, now that retirement is getting closer, we wonder, ready na ba talaga kami?
Our final year before retirement is not trying to make more money. It's to make sure na ang mga important decisions namin are taken care of before we get our final paycheck.
Yeah.
So kami ni Haven, we made this checklist na i-share namin sa inyo. And maybe you can add this one to your own retirement checklist.
Yeah.
So the very first thing that we had on our checklist was answering this simple question.
Can we actually afford the retirement that we want?
Kasi for years, we've been focused on saving for retirement. A lot of people kind of know what kind of lifestyle they want already.
Yeah.
Pero they only have like this estimate number in their minds. But as retirement gets closer, we realize na yung having enough money is just half of the equation. The other half is actually knowing how much you really need for retirement.
Kasi without that number, you wouldn't know exactly if you're really ready for it.
Oo. So, ang ginawa namin ni Haven is we sat down, we enumerated all our expenses na kailangan, and from there malalaman namin kung magkano talaga ang kailangan natin monthly when we retire.
Yeah. So instead of estimating, we have these numbers that are based on everyday expenses. Talagang budgeted talaga.
Diba ginawa nga natin yun, we lived like retirees and we lived on our budget for a month. Tinry namin ni Haven yun. I think that's the best way also na...
Malala mo, it's like parang soft opening yun. Eh. Diba?
So I think that's a good idea also, like to try living as retired.
But in a sense na hindi ka magpipilit na, kailangan na to. Itipid natin kasi hindi, we just did our thing. The casualty that OYOs do every day. Like,
na kung pag nag-retire kami, yun talaga yung gagawin namin.
Yun talaga.
Tapos nung ginawa namin yun, dyan din pumasok yung mga sinking fund, yung mga pumasok na yung mga expenses na hindi mo maiisip na isama dun sa budget mo.
Nandun.
Katulad mga property tax, kasi yun yung mga once a year lang naman binabayaran eh.
Right.
So dito rin, when you look at the numbers, yung mga expenses mo, makikita mo na yung iba bababa, yung iba aakyat. So yung mga bababa, example...
Like, let's say, going to work, di ba? You don't spend as much gas anymore, hindi ka na pumapasok.
So bawas yung gas expenses.
Yun.
Tapos yung mga tataas naman is katulad ng, ano ba yung gusto natin gawin? Travel. Travel expenses. So yun, tataas yun. Maybe in the first few years, mataas siguro yung travel expenses, di ba?
Ganado pa kami nun.
Ganado pa. Tsaka nasa go-go years pa yun.
Sabihin ko sana yan. The go-go years. So for us, it's not about creating a perfect budget, but it's about removing uncertainties.
Kasi once we have a good idea kung how much our retirement is gonna cost, yung mga next financial decisions, it's going to be easier.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the next dun sa checklist. Ang next na sa checklist namin naman is, where are we going to get that money?
Yun.
Diba? So, alam na natin kung magkano yung magko-cost yung retirement natin. So ngayon, kailangan natin malaman kung saan natin kukunin. Kukunin yung pera para mas support yung retirement.
Kasi once we retire, we don't get that regular paycheck that you always expect to, right?
Yeah.
So having a cash bucket gives us peace of mind.
It makes sure na meron kaming madudukot, diba? Now we don't have to dig into our investments.
Right.
That's where you're going to pull money na kailangan mo na hindi mako-cover ng yung other sources of income mo like Social Security or pension.
Right.
Yung mga cash na yun, pwede nating ilagay sa mga high-yield savings accounts, mga CDs, treasury bills, ano pa ba?
Money market fund.
Okay.
Yun.
Yeah. So, kahit mababa yung return, ang cash bucket talaga, it's, giving you more of
confidence.
Yung confidence.
Yeah.
So yung sa checklist namin ni Haven, so yung number 1 is yung budget nga, di ba?
Yes.
Yung how much is our retirement is going to cost. And then number 2 is saan manggagaling yung pera. That's why we're building our cash bucket.
Yes.
So, ang number 3 naman sa listahan is to simplify our financial life before retirement.
In short, yung ini-streamline mo eh.
Oo.
No?
Yan, oo.
So what Eileen was trying to say is, you know, when we look at all the aspects of yung mga accounts natin, tatanungin mo is, do we really need all these accounts? Can we consolidate yung mga iba or,
Oo.
di ba?
Yeah. Marami sigurong guilty dyan. Kasi
Oo.
guilty rin kami ni Haven dyan.
Multiple accounts, baka pwedeng i-consolidate.
Consolidate.
Oo.
Yeah, kasi I'm sure meron kayong account sa 401k, sa company,
Yeah.
meron kang IRA, siguro meron kang IRA sa iba-ibang
Oo.
bangko.
Yeah.
Di ba? You have brokerages, maybe you have Vanguard, you have
Right.
Fidelity, you have Charles Schwab, iba-iba. So, ang ginagawa na namin ni Haven
You're already doing it right now.
We started,
Yeah.
medyo a while back, pero paunti-unti.
Re-review namin lahat ng accounts eh, no?
Oo. So, katulad kahapon, meron akong tinanggal, kinonsolidate ko doon sa
Yeah.
isang account. At least bawas na. So, ang goal namin ni Haven is to, instead of having like numerous accounts, siguro
Yeah.
mga 3 to 4 yung financial institutions na lang. No?
Makes it simpler.
Oo. Kayo,
Hindi
ilan ba
nakakalito
yung mga
eh.
accounts nyo? What do you think
Yeah.
is the manageable number of accounts
Yeah.
na kailangan natin? Diba? Kasi
Oo.
minsan nakakahilo talaga eh. Di ba?
Oo.
Oo.
Naka-
At saka ang hirap din i-track eh.
Totoo yun. That's really true. No, hindi nga. Walang biro.
Oo.
So there's really no magic number for everyone. As long as kaya nyo i-manage, mabuti.
Oo. Pero
Diba?
the simpler it is, the better.
The better. Oh. For us, it's about reducing complexity. Yung mga lesser paperwork. Lesser what? Passwords, diba?
Oo.
Nakakalito yun eh.
Oo. Paano nyo ba tinatago yung mga
Oo.
passwords nyo, mga logins yun?
Yun, mga logins. Nako, ang dami kung marami
At yung
masyado.
accounts, oo.
Oo.
And this one is really going to be helpful. Lalo na kunyari, if ever one of us is going to be managing this all alone.
At least that person would
Hindi na-
know
oo,
exactly.
Hindi na matatanata. At saka,
Hindi
tinatry
matataranta,
din namin
yeah.
ngayon is to have all documents in one place.
Yeah.
Kayo, meron ba sa inyo yung mga old school na nakalista yung password, yung mga user ID sa notebook?
Oo. Or nag-accept pa rin ng paper statements, yung mga ganyan.
Oo.
Sometimes, you know, it's subjective rin. May iba, they feel comfortable with paper pa rin.
Oo.
Kasi digital, sometimes nakakaroon ng glitch. Yun ang delikado. Or yung sinasabi nga, yung identity theft, kasi nakikita na hack. Yun. So once we started to simplify our finances, ang next question then is something happen to one of us tomorrow, would that other person know what to do? Ikaw, alam mo ba kung anong gagawin mo?
Oo naman.
No, yun, you see? And you know what? I'll tell you now, this makes a lot of sense talaga. Go
Hindi
ahead.
pwedeng yung isa lang
Oo.
ang may alam ng lahat.
That's why a lot of people who don't know what's going on, they fear always na kung kunyari nawala yung partner ko, hindi ko alam yan.
mangyayari sa akin?
Ano mang diba? Usually yan ang nakakatakot yun. Walang biro. But it's reality eh. What about you guys? I mean, do you think we're talking sense? Kasi it's true.
Parang ano rin yun eh, confidence din yun sa tao na
Yeah.
in case something happens na, you know, alam mo ang gagawin mo.
Yeah.
Yung sinabi mo na hindi ka matatakot. So talaga dito, you really have to protect your partner. And ito yung mga kailangan talagang you have to update yung mga beneficiaries nyo.
Yes.
And then yung tingnan nyo yung mga sa insurance nyo, kung meron kayo sa insurance.
Yung dating vlog natin, yung trust.
Will and trust,
Will and
mga
trust.
estate planning.
Oh, yun.
Make sure na talaga yung loved ones nyo na everything will be easier for them.
Planchado na yun eh.
Oo.
Dapat talagang alam niyo yun kung anong in case may nangyari, nandun na yun. Okay na yun.
Kaya it's also worth it talaga na you review yung mga paperwork, yung mga
Yeah.
documents like once in a while. Kasi things change eh, di ba?
Yeah, totoo yun.
Oo.
Kasi si Eileen, very meticulous siya talaga sa mga numbers. So, if in case, like, yun nga, every 6 months, she wants it reviewed always. Which is, I think for me, that's good.
Oo. Para at least alam mo,
Advantageous yun eh.
alam mo yung
Oo.
where you are.
Your peace of mind talagang updated ka eh.
Kaya for us, protecting our family is just as important as growing our investment.
Mhm.
So once we know that our family is protected, ang next question naman doon sa checklist na yon is, how are we going to get paid sa retirement?
Right. Kasi when you're working, someone else pays you. So you receive checks every 2 weeks? But in retirement, it's different. You have to create your paycheck yourselves.
Oo. So this means that you have to think about when to claim Social Security, di ba?
Yes.
And then andyan yung pension din nyo, yung mga may pension, and then also like which account to withdraw from. Ito papasok yung withdrawal strategy. And also dito papasok yung how do you keep taxes as efficient as possible.
Yeah.
Kasi talagang ano yan yung may strategy dyan Kasi if you go over yung mga threshold, aakyat yung Medicare mo. So talagang connected lahat. So talagang you have to like really think about that. So sa amin ni Haven, this is still work in progress
Kasi iniisip namin kung kailan ka mag-collect ng Social Security mo.
Oo, di ba?
Yun.
Di ba yung last vlog ko, 62
62.
or 64? So
Baka
yun,
63.
inisipan namin
Oh,
yun. And everyone's situation naman kasi is different So talagang kailangan pinag-uusapan to. There's no one answer for everyone. Kailangan talaga may plano. Because the more decisions that you make before retirement,
the fewer stressful decisions we'll have to make after retirement.
So the last thing we have on our checklist is asking ourselves these questions.
What do we want our days to look like? Or how do we stay healthy? Or maybe, how often do we travel?
Oo.
Diba?
And questions also tulad ng how do we spend time with our families, di ba?
Yeah.
And ano yung mga hobbies na gusto natin gawin? And then, what do we want to learn, di ba? And how do we connect with friends?
Yun. Isa pa yun. Yeah. Importante yun.
And also, anong gagawin natin pag nag-vlog tayo? Diba? Kasama yun sa kasama yun sa retirement life. Kasi di ba nga sabi nila, retirement is not just leaving work. It's about creating a life that you don't want to retire from.
Yes.
Kasi, yan na yung buhay mo hanggang the end.
The end.
Diba? So kaya kailangan na you have to create a life na yung gusto mo.
Yeah.
So ano ba yung mga realizations natin ngayon?
Well, money is important.
But it's only a tool. The goal is to build a retirement that we will actually enjoy. So those are the 6 things that we have on our checklist on our final year before retirement. And everybody's list will be a little bit different.
Siyempre. Yeah.
And hopefully, yung journey namin will give you some ideas while you prepare yours. And over the next year, share namin sa inyo yung mga bago naming decisions, yung mga challenges namin na may encounter,
Right.
and mga new lessons na matututunan.
So if you have anything to add to the list, don't forget to add it on the comment section below.
Yeah. So, guys, thank you very much mga señoritos and señoritas for watching. And ingat kayo. And we'll see you in our next vlog.
Bye!
Bye!